Spider-Man No Way Home will not get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Here's why.
I missed the part where that's my problem. Gonna cry?
What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you my reasoning and basically the logic for why Spider-Man No Way Home will not get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Now, the Academy Awards are announcing who's getting nominated for what this week. I may or may not have a reaction video out for that. Stay tuned. But before I give you guys my reasoning as to why this movie won't get nominated for Best Picture, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below whether or not you think No Way Home should or should not get a Best Picture nomination. And make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one. So when it boils down to it, Spider-Man No Way Home will not get nominated for multiple reasons. And the number one reason is the Academy consistently and constantly rejects or denies comic book movies. This goes all the way back to 2008 when there were only 5 nominees per Best Picture, and The Dark Knight did not get in there. Now, would it have gotten in if there was 10? That's a question that we all don't know the answer to, and I'm not really sure. I think it should have been nominated with a 5 even in 2008. However, throwing that all out the window, back in 2018, we got some of the greatest comic book films of all time. For example, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Many people say this is the greatest Spider-Man film ever. Did not get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Now, it did get nominated for Best Animated Feature and actually took home that award. So it kind of has a little bit of leeway and is almost hard to compare to No Way Home because it has that animation edge. So the Academy can be like, hey, we gave this movie an Oscar, so you can't say we disrespect comic book movies. But it didn't get nominated for the overall field of movies that year, when I think it damn well should have and is easily one of the best comic book movies of the past decade. You know what other movie came out in 2018? Avengers Infinity War, another movie that people would claim to be one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. Now, it did not get nominated for Best Picture either. However, 2018 did give us Black Panther, and that did receive a nomination for Best Picture at the Oscars. So it's not insane for the Academy to show some respect and acknowledgement for Marvel movies or DC movies, but it's a little bit rare to say the least. And the thing about No Way Home and the movies I've mentioned is that a lot of people would say No Way Home is a better movie than Black Panther, Infinity War, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And if a lot of people share that same common opinion, it kind of baffles me that the Academy just brushes that aside and almost feels like they're higher or better than Spider-Man No Way Home. I think the number one argument for this is in 2019 when we saw Avengers Endgame, the culmination of the entire MCU, not get nominated for Best Picture. It got nominated for visual effects. It didn't win, kind of a bummer to be honest with you, but the fact that they didn't even show respect or acknowledgement of Avengers Endgame, the culmination of the MCU, kind of rubs me the wrong way and really shows that if Endgame's not getting nominated, there's a 0% chance No Way Home's getting nominated, because No Way Home in many ways is a better movie than Endgame in my opinion, and a lot of people would also agree with me that Endgame is not as good as No Way Home. They're very different movies, and at the end of the day, like a few weeks from now, you could ask me and I'll be maybe feeling Endgame a little bit more than No Way Home, but the fact that the Oscars didn't nominate Endgame shows me they're not going to nominate No Way Home, because again, this is a movie filled with these fan service moments that I loved, a bunch of people loved. They both lit it up at the box office. I mean, Avengers Endgame had $2.7 billion globally. It didn't get nominated for Best Picture. No Way Home is on its way to $2 billion. It's probably not going to hit it, but it's going to come damn close, and it's probably not going to get nominated. They're these big budget, special effects phenomenon movies, and I just don't know if the Oscars really buy into that kind of thing, because if you look at the movies they've nominated for Best Picture in the past decade that were superhero movies, you've got Black Panther, which is not as event as Endgame, Infinity War, or No Way Home, and then you've got Joker, which is honestly barely even a comic book movie. It's just, you've got the character Joker, and that's how it's kind of tied into the DC universe. Otherwise, it's just this character study, kind of like an A24 film in my eyes, where you're getting a great performance, great direction, great writing, and these are vastly different than No Way Home and Endgame, so that's why the Academy kind of doesn't go as much for the other things. And I know there's been this discourse about, there should be a popular film category. I disagree with that, because I think if a movie garners this much love from critics and fans and makes this much money, I just don't understand why it doesn't deserve a nomination for Best Picture. Now, you could go around, ask anyone on the street if they watched, The Power of the Dog, West Side Story, all these other movies, or if they see No Way Home. The answer is going to be No Way Home, and I feel like that is one of the reasons the Oscars almost feel like they're better than people. I didn't even watch the ceremony last year. I barely tuned in here and there because I've kind of been turned away from the Oscars lately and a lot of the decisions they've made, but I can confidently say that, I feel like if a movie's popular and it's Marvel, they almost automatically will not pay it any consideration. Most people love Endgame, most people love Infinity War, most people love No Way Home, and critics are loving it too. That's the thing, critics gave it a high score, fans gave it a high score on Rotten Tomatoes and just everywhere on the streets, so I don't understand why it doesn't deserve recognition by the Oscars. I don't think that, The No Way Home cast and crew are Marvel. Like, they don't need this nomination. It's not something that will keep them up at night, but it's just something that'd be really cool to see. And I miss the days like the early 2000s where movies like Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King were the box office kings. They were dominating, but they were also getting recognized as some of the best movies of the year by the Academy. I feel like that's something that has kind of become separated. There's almost Oscar movies and then movies for the people now, and I just don't know why they can't be combined into one. So this entire rant was kind of me trying to say No Way Home's not going to get nominated, but I think it should. It's my favorite movie from last year. It's one of the best movies I saw from last year. I saw around 60 plus movies, and it's easily one of the best. It's not just some Spider-Man movie. It's about a boy becoming a man and his coming of age journey and having to deal with significant loss in his life and really seeing what it means to grow up and be an adult. It's a beautiful story that's well acted, well shot across the board. So much time and effort was put into this production. Most people love the movie, and I just don't understand why it can't be taken seriously by an organization like the Academy. And I'm not really too high on them right now. I disagree strongly with a lot of decisions they make anyway. But to me, you know, they're always complaining the views are going down for the Oscars. Well, I'm not saying give No Way Home a nomination just to get your views up, but if you do, that's definitely going to get your views up. That's all I'm saying. I mean, a movie like Dune is a mainstream movie. A lot of people went and saw it. That's going to get nominated for Best Picture, so why can't Spider-Man No Way Home? The truth is, it's because it has that Marvel name attached to it. So there you have it for my little rant on why Spider-Man No Way Home will not get nominated for Best Picture, even though I would if I was on the Academy nominate it. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just a title, and it doesn't mean anything really and truly, but I think it definitely deserves that nomination. But I don't know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll be damn shocked if this movie does get nominated when the nominations come out later this week. Only time will tell. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos like this one. Maybe I'll do more Oscar coverage. If you guys want to see me cover the Oscars and give my honest thoughts on the ceremony and the nominations, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see more videos, more exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and get to know me more on a personal level, I do have a Patreon now, and that's where you can do all those things. That is linked in the description down below. Maybe I'll do some more Oscar videos over there as well, so stay tuned for that. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Can't wait for Super Bowl Sunday next week. We'll have a ton of trailer reactions. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.